Live from Bloomberg headquarters in New York, this is Market Makers with Eric Schatzker and Stephanie Wu.
Here on the East Coast, Thanksgiving travel is frightful for sure. Our next guest says some of the travel deals are delightful. Shirley Tafoya is president of online travel site Travelzoo. She's with us from San Francisco. Shirley, let's begin with the health of the travel industry. How does it feel right now?
Actually, it feels pretty good. I think hotels are seeing rising occupancies, and airfare is certainly increasing their fares. So things are pretty healthy, and I think people are looking to travel.
They're looking to travel, but what they want more than anything else, and you can see it just by going to the Travelzoo website, is deals. Isn't that right?
Yes, we focus on sales and specials in the travel and entertainment arena.
And why is it that, is this just a legacy of the crisis that those who are interested in, I mean, the vast majority of Americans, and for that matter, foreigners who want to travel for as little as they possibly can? It's no longer about necessarily the best route or the nonstop flight. It just needs to be cheap.
You know what? It's not so much about cheap deals. It's about total value, and that's what consumers are looking for. They're looking for the 4-star, 5-star experience at the 40 to 50% price discounts.
So they're looking for value in other words. They're value shoppers.
Absolutely. Total value. So it's not just about cheap prices, and that's what Travelzoo is all about, is how do we communicate that value. In fact, we just launched a gift guide for the holidays in both our travel and entertainment arena, just to help users give the gift of an experience. We surveyed our users, and 60% said they'd rather get a gift of an experience rather than a physical gift, because 30% say they return their gifts anyway during the holidays.
I want you to tell me a bit about the mood of the consumer. We see these economic data about consumer confidence. Yesterday they were weak, today they're good. Raises some big questions about how much people are going to spend, not just on gifts for Christmas and the other holidays, but how much they're going to spend to travel. How are they behaving now?
They're behaving pretty well. We're seeing sales increase, and maybe that's because of the vastness of the deals that are in the market. I think around the holiday time, especially in major markets, the major hotel chains tend to go lower in occupancy because, of course, business is closed down. So the deals abound in those major cities like New York, LA, San Francisco. We're seeing deals up to 65% off in these types of hotels. So people, I think, are really looking for the experience to just, get away during the holidays. Most are, because gas prices are lower, are looking to jump in the cars and travel rather than kind of fight the crowds at the airports. Also, what we're seeing too is if you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, cruising is an incredible steal this year. You could cruise for about less than $75 per person per night, which is an incredible
Why
deal.
is that? Why are cruises such a bargain?
There's just, over the last couple of years, there's been a lot of inventory put into the market. Some of the major cruise lines have put in more ships. More inventory leads to more availability. So in order to fill that availability and get passengers on ships, especially when you're looking to fill these 4,000 to 6,000 capacity ships, you have to put out some deals to get people in.
So if people are traveling, at what point do the providers, the hotel companies, the airlines, get to recover some of the pricing power they've had to surrender?
They are doing some creative things. Like, we see the hotels doing a lot of bundled packages, so it's not such deals on just the room rate. They're adding in 3-course meals, credits to the hotel, so that helps them raise their average daily rates in terms of the overall deal. And it actually helps keep consumers on property so that they're spending more in the restaurants and the spas. So they're doing some creative things to actually keep people into their hotels. Maybe the room rate is a little cheaper, but they're making it up on the on-site spend.
And what are some of the most, tell me if you would, what are some of the most creative companies when it comes to responding to the changing demands and tastes of the consumer?
I would say a lot of we're seeing it across the board. Of course, the major hotels like the Omnis are doing very well. Four Seasons even is getting very creative with their pricing and their packaging. We're also seeing, some really exceptional deals and some creative packaging coming from the bed and breakfasts. So you can find things if you're looking for just a quick getaway to a small little bed and breakfast to a major chain. I think they're all kind of...
In the case of Four Seasons, even if you're at the top end of the market, some people would say Four Seasons is the most luxurious hotel chain in the world. I guess that's a debatable point, but it's certainly up there. Even Four Seasons has to respond to this demand from the consumer for value. It's not in this rarefied air where demand is good no matter what the state of the economy.
Exactly, yeah. And I think the internet has really driven that. There's so much transparency in the market. And, if you think about how consumers shop today, anything they're purchasing, especially if it's a major purchase, they're going online to find a deal. So how do you sell your product, keep the value up, and get consumers in the door? And that's what it's all about, is how do you just showcase the value but not cheapen the image or the price? And that's what Travelzoo helps the suppliers do, which is actually a big benefit for the consumers.
Shirley, really interesting stuff. Thank you very much for joining us here on Market Makers. Shirley Tafoya is the president of Travelzoo. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Meantime,
Thank you, Eric. You too.
travel nightmare.